I'm standing here in front of
Hey Divas and Divos. So today look it's inspired by my 11th year anniversary. So this month in September marks my 11-year anniversary. I was going to say 13. Not yet. We're getting there. Um Slowly maturely. Haven't killed him yet. Haven't tried to poison him yet. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm still putting up with him. We're putting up with each other. That's really good. Considering the fact that I never thought we'd be here. Never thought we'd be here. I thought I'd be a single person all my life. I just never thought that marriage would be this thing for me. Ooh, there's nothing else in there. Okay. Yeah, I never thought that I would be married. So this look is a drugstore look. So you can get these in Target. Target's not a drugstore, but Rite Aid, CVS, Superdrug, because I did get some of these items from Superdrug, Ulta, in the drugstore aisle, the prestige aisle. So yeah, I hope my mind is not all over the place, but it is a story on how me and my husband got up together, basically. And it's going to be a part two. Um, Probably I'll tell you about like not picking out the dress, maybe like what happened going on. It wasn't a lot of drama. It was just a lot. Whenever you don't have a private function and you make a big function, it's a lot. You get stressed. So, and I had a lot going on too because we were building a home. Actually, we weren't purchasing, we were building a home. So yeah, I hope you like this look, like the story times that I'm trying to come up with and things like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful baked bean footage. So I don't have anything on my face, so I'm going to try to keep everything drugstore, and I didn't want to purchase too much stuff because I have loads of stuff and I need to go through it, and I need to definitely unpack my stuff. So I am going to take baby lotion and just soften my face, base my face because my face is actually dry. So let's talk about my let's talk about me me and my husband. So I met my husband, I don't remember what year I met him. Um, I used to finance cars, and it was actually his car that I financed. Um, Hold on. So, yeah, I financed his car, and I just thought he was the cutest thing. He would come in and make his little payments and stuff. I just thought he was so cute. He had the most beautiful smile, and I still love his smile to this day. So yeah, I financed my husband's car. I'm gonna take this Kiko palette, and this is a Kiko Precision Brow. I knew it was Precision something, which does not have a brush. Ugh. And yeah, so I just thought he was the cutest guy. He had a smile that just didn't quit, and I thought he had a smile like my daughter's, which they really don't have like the same kind of smile. It's just the fact that both of them has dimples, and that is what actually attracted me to my husband. So I was like, oh my God, that is my baby's daddy right there. And that's what I used to call him, my baby's daddy. Not thinking that God had something else in store for me. So that is how I met my husband. And we actually came like an instant family, to be honest. He took my daughter in, and we talked for a while before we started actually like kind of dating, or whatever you want to call it. It's because it's a wedding look. I don't want to look like, I don't want a sculpted brow. I want to look quite natural. I'm just going to take this pencil and concealer and put this all over my eye. So yeah, we dated, ooh, how long did we date it? Ooh, don't even know how long we dated before we got married. I think we dated for about 3 years. Cause I got pregnant my second year with him. Well, no, not my second year. A full year afterwards. And that was a surprise. He set me up for that one. He was leaving to go to, because he was in the military. And my husband is quite shy. I need to try to bring him on here, but he's not going to want to come on for some reason. I don't know. He's kind of worried, especially with the position that he's in. So, he's kind of worried about stuff like that. Just Maybelline Fit Me, just to kind of set that. Gonna take my Amon face powder and go into my crease, because this is what I love to do. So yeah, let me backtrack my story. Okay, so my husband is quite shy, and apparently I'm a go-getter type of person, because he said he wasn't going to ask me out. Now, call it what you want, but he told me that he was joining the military, and I was like, I need to talk to him. Because I was ready to be with someone who knew what they wanted in life. He didn't have any kids. He was young. However, I really didn't know how young he was until later. That's a whole nother thing. So I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution. So I'm going to start off with the shade Hair, with the red brown color. And I'm going to use that on that same Inglot brush. I feel like this 4SS brush is quite different from what it used to be. It's tapered. It never used to be tapered. But I'm going to put that in the crease. And if it gets anywhere else, it's alright, because, and we're going to blend it outwards. So yeah, my husband, he comes in to make his payments, things like that. And I don't really kind of court him until after he pretty much let me know he's going into the military. And I'm like, oh, this young man is about something, and I need to jump on it, because he has no kids. So no baby mama drama. And he's wanting something out of life. And I've gotten tired of dealing with the same foolery in Charleston. So this young man, call me what you want, but I'm going to go in with this plummy color here. and that's how I'm going to start deepening the color. I'm just going to kind of bring it in this way. Comes back and forth to see his family and things like that. And then he finds out that he has orders to go to Germany. And I'm like, wow, Germany. Now keep in mind we're still dating. Or actually we're boyfriend and girlfriend now at this moment. And I'm like, we should break up. I was like, you're going to Germany. You're going to go there and find your blonde hair, blue-eyed person. Because I had that happen to my friend. Like, oh my God. She was devastated. Her boyfriend he joined the military. Like, they were together for a long time. And he went into the military. I want to say he went to Germany as well. And she heard nothing else from him. So I was like, I don't have time for that. So you go ahead and you go to Germany and find you someone, because you definitely gonna find you someone. They're gonna love you, believe me. He was like, no, I think we can work things out. Meanwhile, there is something brewing that I had no idea that was brewing. I find out I'm pregnant. And I found out that I'm pregnant through my dreams, because my dreams are quite funny. And they're quite real sometimes too, and I don't kind of understand them. I'm going to use this one on the lid. Ooh, yeah, that does nice. That looks quite nice. Only thing that I don't like about this palette is that it forms hard pan. If you look, like there's hard pan all over these shadows. See them? So I don't know if it's just the formula or what, but it is a hard pan on these shadows. So yeah, I did not even want to know that I was pregnant, because I had no time to find out that I was pregnant, because I had already had my daughter. I was already a single parent, not by choice. Things happened and ended up being a single parent. But, you know, him and I was talking, and I was like, you know, you're in Germany. You about to find you this German girl. How dare you? How dare you? He was like, well, just don't do nothing. I'm going to come home. Like, we went back and forth. I was like, look, I'll just have to take care of this problem, because I called it a problem. Call me what you want, but I didn't want to mess up his life, what could be, and, you know, I didn't want to seem selfish. Like I said, he was younger than I am, and when I've gotten to know his family and things like that, I knew he was their knight. So I'm going to take this shower here. So I wasn't going to like kind of mess that up for him. So he's like, well, just don't do anything. I'll come home. I was like, you can't come home. You're going to be in Germany for a long time. Just let me take care of it. You go your way, and I'll just go my way. He's like, no, we're back and forth for like almost a month. I was like, look, time is running down. Let me tell you, brother man came home, okay? I really like that. This is a Wet n Wild liner. And I'm just going to line my eye with it. So brother man comes home and he tells his family why he comes home. His family is ecstatic. Meanwhile, I hadn't told my family jack nothing. I'm taking this black and almost like a pencil brush. And I'm just going to kind of smudge on my lash line. So we have the baby and we eventually move in together. And he, like, it was a lot to be with one another because we were so different. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm kind of dominant, and my dad was like, you need to let that man be a man. I'm like, so I'm taking some of this black. He was like, he's a good man. You need to let that man be a man. I'm like, Dad, be quiet. Mind your business. I do eventually ease up on him. Believe me, it took me some time to ease up on him. Because we're dating and I want my way. I can't say anything else. I want my way. So I'm just going to take what's on here, dab that there. I am kind of bratish, spoiled, call it whatever you want to call it. That's me. I don't doubt it. But I do want what I want when I want. When Dad was like, you let that man be a man. Like, I need you to mind your business, Daddy. Alright, so now that I've set my concealer, I'm going to take my pencil one more time. And again, this is a Wet n Wild pencil in the color dark brown. And I'm just going to line my eye with it. Start off with this pencil brush here. And I'm going to go back in with this color right here. And catch this cramp right quick, because that's what I got. So let's get down to proposing. Because I mean, I know everyone has their own story and stuff like that. And I don't want to bore you too much. So this was around Thanksgiving time. And our son is almost 1. He's like 11 months old to be exact. And I think him and I was in like a tiff or something. Because we were speaking, and again, we lived with each other. But I know we were going through something. I just don't remember what we were going through. But we were going through something. I love this brush. I don't know why I don't use it that often. I need to use this more because it's so helpful for getting it underneath this eye. Alright, so I'm going to take that plummy color on this brush here. And go ahead and merge those two colors together. So yeah, it had to been Thanksgiving time, and I find out that my son's a pig because he wasn't even one yet, and he was eating a whole Happy Meal on his own in the backseat of a car by himself. So yeah, I found out that my son's a pig. He's a monster, and that was his nickname, a monster, because he was so. Both of my kids were both off the charts for one thing. They've always been off the charts, but he was just growing so rapidly, and uh so it had to be around Thanksgiving time. I don't think I was working. Well, if I was doing light work. I don't think I was doing much work. I'm gonna take this black color hair, just teensy, not a lot, because I need to deepen it, need it to, and that's just more on the outer colors, goods. So he was like, you need to come home, you need to talk. And my dad's like egging me to come home. You need to come home and talk to him. Like, I don't feel like it. I want to stay home, stay here with my cousins. Think I might move. You can't move. You need to come home. Things like that is going on. So I was like, all right, I'll go home. Let's take this color right here and put that into looks. So I go home, because again, him and I are living together at this point in time, all right? We just in a tiff. I don't even know what it was about. It was probably my fault anyways. Because I'm a Scorpio. I want what I want when I want it. So I'm just sorry. So I'm like, what do you want to talk about? And like, I'm all rude and everything. I'm like, what do you want? Like, why do you want me to come home and everything else? Like, what's up? And I'm walking around the house. I'm gonna take this yellow hair, and I'm downstairs taking out my braids or weave. I just know I had one of the two. So going to put that in the center right there. So he follows me downstairs, and we're I'm taking out my braids or whatever, and he was like, would you be my wife, or would you marry me, or something like that. He didn't get down on one name. I wonder if this is coconuts. And I look at him like, are you crazy? He was like, look, I believe he apologized for whatever we were going through, because we were young and stuff, and I was mean. And I still am mean. I try not to be so mean to him now. This is the CoverGirl Collection Queen. Now, you would use whatever foundation that you normally would use. I would probably go with something that is matte. But this is just something that I had. So he's like, will you marry me? I'm like, are you serious? I just bust out laughing. Like, you cannot be serious. Who does that? Like, you're not serious. I know you're not serious. Like, I know you're not serious. But apparently he was serious. He was like, why are you laughing? I was like, oh, you're serious. I just didn't think he was serious. I'm going to contour using my ebony bronzer. Not ebony. Black Radiance. So yeah, after I finally stopped laughing, because I laughed for a good while, I'm not gonna lie. Because I just didn't think that him and I were on that page. Like, I felt like him and I weren't on that page. Ladies, you know that page where you think you're the person that you with is just like not ready for anything. You like, what did you sign up for? And I'm just gonna put some concealer right here and right here, right here, right here. I just want to kind of lighten everything out, blend everything, blend that out here. Sorry if I, but yeah, you know, ladies, when you're ready, but you just feel like your man's not ready to take on that responsibility. That's how I felt. Like, I just felt like he was still learning on being who he wanted to be, and I didn't want to stop him. So, and then he was also in a bike club too. That's a mess by itself. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That bike life is just a mess. Really. I'm not gonna say what club he was in because I'm just not. That's behind us. So, I'm gonna try to deepen this just a little bit with CoverGirl bronzer, because I feel like it's not exactly what I want. So again, after I finish laughing and stuff like that, and we do say I do, and that's when our life went into hyperdrive. Like, we started looking for a house because I didn't want to live in the townhouse that we were living in. So we decided to buy a house or start looking for a home to live in. I'm going to take my almond powder, if I can open it. Why am I having such a hard time? There it is. And kind of buff everything together. So yeah, after we got engaged, oh my gosh, like things went into hyperdrive for us. We started looking for a house. We were getting married all within the year. And I wasn't working. I was actually going to school. So everything was mainly on him. And then I actually found a job. Ugh. Or should I call it a job? I don't even know if I should call it a job. But I did end up working for a little while. And that was a mess. It was such a mess. So this is a sleek blush. I don't remember what's the color. I mean, I don't remember the name of it, but it looks like this. Very pretty. And it has like a goldness to it too. So let's see. We got married in 07. So we got engaged in 06. November of 2006. In July of 07, we closed on our first home. September the 1st, we got married. That. I don't want to keep boring you, but that was a mess too. So I'm a daddy's girl, and my dad always told me that he was going to pay for my wedding, and it was whatever I ever wanted. So this is Chestnut by NYX. He tried to renege on that. I think it was because he didn't think I was going to get married. I truly understand that part because I didn't think I was going to get married. But it's the weirdest thing. Him and my dad have the best kind of relationship. I think it's because they see one another in each other. And I will admit, I do see my dad in him. Like, I see a lot of my dad in him. Hold on. Yeah, I will admit, I do see my dad in him. I think that's what made me last as long as I wanted to in the beginning, because it was so hard for us, well, for me, because it felt like I was bowing down to him. I don't like bowing down. Again, I like to be the dominant one. You shouldn't put on too much highlighter, but I am going to put on some highlighter. And just a little right here. And this is a UK brand, MUA. I think they're selling these things at Ulta now. So yeah. I will say the first 5 years were the longest, hardest 5 years ever. This is Koki in Bashful. I'm also going to go back into this sculpted powder, and I'm put just a little bit of the highlighter and kind of blend that in on top of that as well, because I want it to be some type of cohesiveness. Whew, this is a lot of makeup. Also going to top my lip off with Milani Nude Touch. Just add some gloss to it. So give me a moment, let me throw on my lashes and stuff. And yeah. So for mascara, I'm gonna use the Voluminous, and then these are Wispy's Studio Effects in Bridal, so they look like this. And yeah, so give me a moment, let me get this look together and I'll come back. Alright, divas and divos, so I put my lashes on and I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Finny Natural. Oh, all day wear. Well, I don't need this to be all day wear. I'm assuming that these lines are like the hours, maybe. I just need it set for one. Not even a full one, because I'm not even going to have this on that long. So, ooh, that's not a fine mist there. Hope this don't mess up my makeup. So I'm just gonna spray that on my face. Hopefully that'll dry out soon. Let me see. I feel like this side didn't get that much. Hold on. So this is not my original veil. My daughter lost my original veil. She was a princess. I think she was Princess Tiana for Halloween one year when we lived in Vegas. And it's ironic that she wants to do that again this year, which I'm having a hard time finding a costume for her. So if you can find me a gown under 60 bucks, I would purchase it. She's about size 14 in women. My daughter's a big girl. Let me look in this mirror here. Let me see what y'all see. Oh, it doesn't look bad. I just probably have to take off this makeup and scrub my face. But this looks really nice. My curls didn't come out that well, but I'm natural, so. And when I tried to color my tips, I didn't want to bleach it, and then I ended up bleaching it, but I didn't leave it on that long, so. But oh yeah, her curls are starting to uncurl here. This is nice. So yeah, maybe for the next one that I'll do, because I do want to do another one, we'll talk about what goes on when you're getting married. It's not smooth sailing at all. It really is, especially if you're trying to do a big hoorah. So yeah, hopefully you like the look. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching, divas and divos. Peace and peace. Bye.